Hello, everybody. Guess who it is? This is a lighter, more chilled out version of Little Play. Just saying hi, hoping everybody has a great weekend. I've made it out the other side. It was a little rough. It was like an amoebic little play bouncing around between two squishy water buffalo anuses, bouncing back and forth while the protoplasmic gush of life slapped me around in the face, back and forth, until I finally oozed out into the Neo that we all love and adore, only to get pushed back into the rectum of the hippopotamus standing right next to them. So, I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm getting closer. But I'm in a kind of different, dark, squishy place now. And I just want to say to everybody, I'm not going to make this a political video. I just want to say, for those of you that are on the fence about getting the vaccine, even after the hellish week I've been through, I still don't recommend it. And the reason is, well, there's several reasons. A, do you really trust the government? Let's think about this, people. We've already caught Fauci in numerous lies, Dr. Redfield. Some very important evolutionary biologists have come out and said it's dangerous because it was created too quickly. And don't you find it interesting that as soon as these vaccines were rushed out, the first thing they did was they showed politicians going on TV and rolling up their sleeves to get shots? How do we know there was anything inside those shots? The government treats everybody like they're morons. But that's because most people are. And that's okay, no judgment. It's the natural evolutionary order of things. I'm not saying I'm smarter than most people. I'm just saying I'm very aware of my health. I care about my health too much to have something injected in my body that was quickly created, only to be swimming in my bloodstream for decades. Who knows what kind of havoc it'll be wreaking on everybody that's already injected, on their organs, their blood vessels, vascular system, muscular system, their brain. It's a lot of shit going on. And if you really, really want to believe what the media and the govy tells you, well, I have an interesting link I'm going to post below. As told by the master himself, I couldn't have said it any better. You'll see who that is when you click on the link. In a nutshell, you've been lied to since before you were born, because the owners of this country, they never want a well-informed populace. That does not work in their favor. That's why the population keeps getting dumber and dumber over the decades. And that's why people keep getting had by Wall Street itself. Another silly game of illusion. But on another note, without taking it too dark and staying out of the political zone, this is not a political video. This is me telling you to focus on your health and trust the evolutionary biologists that have come out and have said over and over the vaccines are extremely dangerous. And the way I was able to beat this COVID is through vitamin injection and monoclonal IV injection. It's a little hard to find depending on where you're living. It's not that expensive. Anybody can afford it. You don't need to be rich. It's also not going to be free either, which in itself is odd. I mean, would you really want to go to Walgreens and get something that's so easily attainable? Doesn't that strike you as odd, that you can just walk into a drugstore and get a free injection? Just think about that for a little while. I would rather pay a lot of money for something I know that's been around a long, long time. It's already been tested over and over. And I know that whatever's swimming in my body right now is actually actively working to increase my antibodies. Nobody really knows the effects of these vaccines in 5, 10, 20 years. So on that note, I'm going to leave you guys. And for those of you who haven't gotten the vaccine yet, think about what I'm saying. I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. Just pay attention to my logic and watch the interesting link that I'm going to post below. I think he's a master of words, and I think he's the probably most important philosopher of the last 30, 40 years. Even though he's not really titled as a philosopher. Have a good night, everybody. And I think I'm just going to chill out in this car a little bit more and enjoy the scene tonight. Peace, everybody.